Okay, so what I'm going to do is just a simple explanation of tracks. Some people get confused of what tracks are. Track, people call them like their song, like the whole song is a track. That's usually after it's been what we call bounced down and everything been combined and mixed and put all together as one. Before that, the tracks are individual tracks, which are usually consisting of individual instruments like bass guitar, drums, guitar, vocal. They all usually reside on their own track. Drums usually reside on several tracks because you would have one for the bass drum, one for the snare drum, one for the hi-hat, one for the tom-tom, one for the other tom-tom, overhead cymbals. Usually you have quite a few mics on a drum set. Well, there are several different ways to record, and Glenn John that did a Led Zeppelin used 3 mics, so the story goes. Of course, back then they had less stuff and things, probably by his time. Anyways, I don't want to get off on a tangent. But you can use a few mics, you can use a lot of mics. Normally, I like to use a lot of mics. I usually put a mic on every drum. I also like to put several mics on guitars. Sometimes it might be one guitar mic and a DI, usually a direct input. Bass guitar, usually always a direct input. And then we'll use what's called amp simulators. Right here I have just a little sample of a bass and drums only. They haven't been EQ'd or nothing done to them other than I did put an amp simulator on the bass, which I'll show you. The drums have nothing on them. They're just the microphone into the mixing board here and direct to Pro Tools recording. So usually we will, clean them up and add things and edit them and all those things in mixing, and that's another process. But for today, let me just do a simple example of tracks. You can see here on my screen, I have all these blue ones. Those ones are drums, and let me make them a little bigger so you can see them. We got kick drum here, snare drum top, snare drum bottom, hi-hat, floor tom, floor tom 2, floor tom 1, tom tom, so they had 3 toms. A room mic, a mono room mic, or mono, however you like to say it, is generally just one mic I like to put in the room. Sometimes I'll use multiple room mics. In this case, it was kind of a quick session, so we did one room mic to give it just some life, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then overheads are in stereo. You can see 2 here, so they're stereo, and you can see they're hard panned. And here's my panning of these things. The bass guitar is just one track. So let me back up. The drums are however many tracks is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very simple. So you just put bass direct into a DI, right into whatever you're recording, rather that be your interface at home, your computer, whatever it is, right into your recording software, and then you put a little plug-in on it. Not a virtual instrument, a plug-in of an amp simulator, and this particular one's plug-in Alliance is Bass Dude amp, and I like it, so it worked for this. I usually just kind of go through them, kind of get an idea what the song sounds like, and pick something I think would go good with the song. All right, so let's hear the bass and drums all together. Tracks are individual elements of whatever. All right, until next time. Thanks for watching.